What's good, y'all? Sly Green Beats back in the building. How y'all doing? So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to record a solid melody pattern. So this is just like the recording aspect. So this is kind of like a technique kind of thing. So I would say the first step of recording a solid melody pattern is to make sure you pick the best sound you can possibly find. You know, not that you're supposed to be searching like all day, but like make sure you have a sound you're comfortable with. That's like the first major step. And I'm going to use a stock plugin just for this demonstration. We're going to use Citrus. So you can go to Add, Citrus. We're going to hit the presets here. And we'll get like a pad. We'll get like a pad. I think they got decent pad sounds. Sorry, man. After you get like a good VST. After you get a good VST, man, you're gonna be like, golly, Citrus. Oh Lord. Okay. I think one good way is to just do chords. Chords is just like hitting multiple notes at the same time. So let me try to zoom in so you can kind of see more what I'm talking about here. I know it's probably small in some of y'all's screens. I should have made that bigger, but. Chords is like hitting multiple notes at the same time, so I'm just like, and like chords is like easy, especially on a piano. On a guitar, it's way harder. I think piano is actually the easiest instrument to play. I think that's why I've always liked it. Like it's just easy enough, so easy a caveman can do it. Like literally a caveman can just hit this thing and potentially produce the sound like you know what I'm saying. I sometimes switch to the piano roll because you can see the keys. So how to record a good, first thing I would just try to get that, right pattern in your head and then find the BPM. So like I try to keep it like at that BPM, like whatever like I'm theorizing the first time, I try not to differ too much because like you kind of want that natural flow, that natural, like whatever you just came up with, that's good. Like that's the best you could ever do, you know what I'm saying? Like so I try to get that in FL Studio. So like boom. I've gotten better, so I can kind of tell what a BPM is, and usually I'm at 140 anyways for some odd reason. That's why I just have it at 140. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So I think 143 might be it. Let's see. And honestly, like I think that was a little bit too fast. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. You can always change BPM afterwards. And again, I take my time with this. Does it sound like that, you know? Pretty close. So that's how I would say you record a really solid pattern. You know, you don't have to do chords. You can do other types, but it's the same thing. Like I would get that pattern down just by playing around on the keyboard. Just find like a good little combination, and then like just try to get that the best you can into FL Studio. And then also, yeah, I should mention that you definitely want to use the magnet tool up here. I know there's some of you, probably none of you though, but that would argue with me and say none is like the most natural sound. But I always use the half beat, and I would tweak it afterwards because if it sounds off, it sounds off. Sounding off is like not good. I've never had somebody complain really about my melodies, so I think it's a pretty solid way of doing it. I'd say melodies is probably the best part of my beat making skill. So I'm happy to share some of my technique with y'all. And there's other things you can do, like mess with the velocities and things like that. But that's the main thing, you know. And of course you can also mix it, add like reverb on it and the mixer, things like that. I'm not gonna go into that detail. I just want to keep the video short. That's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you guys have any other topics you want me to cover. I'll be happy to make a video about it. And make sure you guys also check out the How to Make Beats book brought to you by Slime Green Beats. This is available on Amazon. So there's a link in the description. Just click the Amazon link in the description and it'll take you right to the landing page to get the book. It's a great book, guys. You know, like I said, me and Stunna, the other producer that helped write it, and then we also got help. So it was really 3 producers that wrote it. I'd say me and Stunna wrote most of it. And yeah, it took like over a year to write. So it's like pretty serious. Especially if you go to the freaking the appendix alone took a long time. Like the freaking what do you call this thing? Because it looks like a really short book, but we didn't want it to be very long, so we actually cut out a lot of parts that we felt like weren't like super high value and stuff. Music production terminology, this part took forever. In fact, funny story about that was if you typed in music production terms online, it was like the #1 Google ranking for a while, but we actually, because we did this originally for like Google rankings, like we had like a website, different type of website, and it was the #1 ranking, but we actually deleted it and then we put that into the book. So it's kind of has like a funny backstory in itself. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay tuned for more vids. Peace out.